Hello everybody, this is Alabama, USA. I'm glad you're here, maybe watching my video. I'm fixing to take a hike through the woods. It leads down to Lake Jordan in Elmore County, Alabama. This lake was man-made in the 20s by putting up Walter Bouldin Dam. I've been coming here all my life. We used to be able to drive all the way down to it, but as you can see by those big stones, they blocked it. But it's not changed a bit. Beautiful countryside, nice old trees. One day I want to go down into those gullies because I do know that over the years the stuff has gathered down there in those, and I've heard tell that there's a lot of the petrified wood that I've been looking for with the crystals. Excuse me. That is one of my favorite things. You see that big old spider? She has got her one big old nest. I'm gonna walk through here. This may not be that long as some of my other videos, unless we run into something interesting. They put trails through here now that people actually walk. Come out here and walk, which is not bad. I just couldn't imagine. This is my first time ever coming down here and not going swimming or fishing. And it's usually a big old mess down here where people come down and have the weekend and pack up and leave all their trash. But as you can see, the trail itself is fairly clean. I believe that does help when they start having it where people actually know that it's a hiking trail. That a lot of people like us, rockhounders, and people that walk trails tend to pick up trash. I do it. It's not a very long walk. You can see some of the lake starting to come up here. And here we're on a, I don't know if that would be what it's called. It's like it stretches out into the lake. When I'm finished here, I'm gonna go down on the other side of the dam and show you what this lake would look like without water. Because this is actually the Coosa River that they've dammed up. And there's 2 or 3 more lakes above it. There's Lake Mitchell and Lay Lake, L-A-Y Lake. Nice fishing down here. I've caught 40-pound catfish, huge bigmouth bass, smallmouth bass, crappie, a lot of different species of fish. I don't believe there's any alligators in here because they can't get up past the dam and the winters are too cold for them to survive. All your alligators are going to be on the other side of the dam where the river actually connects, feeding off the stuff that comes out of those dams and the fish that get trapped. There's a newly blown down tree that wasn't here last time I was. I always like to investigate these trees because it's been a long time since that dirt was exposed. I'm coming up on the lake. And surprisingly, I'm actually pleasantly surprised there is no trash. Usually this is just a mess down here. But like I said, I do believe that people that are coming down are starting to clean it up. I used to haul out huge bags of trash. There's a lot of nice stuff here too, like these are wild persimmons, if you can see that. I don't believe they're ready. No, they're hard. And you cannot eat these jokers when they hard. They will give you something. Now there's a ripe one. They're really good and sweet when they get ripe. And that's what the seeds look like. I love free food. Especially when it's down here and you know it ain't got no poison on it. This is a little persimmon tree. I don't know if y'all can see how many's up there, but it's full of them. Man, that was good. This is where I bring my dogs. I have a video where I got my dogs and let them just run free and get in here and swim and have a good time. And this is where I collect those large freshwater clams. This is an aluminum deck they installed. Oh, somebody got them a ladder. They actually have signs up saying no swimming, but that's not something we usually pay attention to. We used to come in down there on that point, and we would swim across and had a rope swing in these trees, and then we'd swim over to this other side. It goes way back up in there, and this water is really deep. I mean deep. So that's why them catfish get so large. And the bass usually come right in here and spawn. You can see some of the smaller clams, but I believe there's some otters or something in here. There's some big ones. Now if I'd have brought my towel, I'd get in there and get those because they make beautiful jewelry. Not positive if you can see that or not. But right down there, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 huge freshwater clam shells. There's one there too. They had the best rainbow colors you could imagine. Theo Kelson is the one that showed me I could polish them and actually have something beautiful. Now you see across that lake, that is about 4 miles from my house. I had to drive all the way around through Wetumpka, Alabama, and come back up through here to get on this side. But when we put the boat in, we're usually down past that point at Bonner's Point in Slapout, Alabama. I don't know if you could see the bass or not if they were spawning. But you can tell here there's no bottom. Well, we know there is, but the further you go out, the further it drops. And that's the dam down there at the end. And we'll be seeing that on my second video, or maybe third I post today. It's just a beautiful place. I'll come down here and lay in the sun, bring the dogs and let them run free. Now that they've actually fixed it up and created a bike trail going all through these woods here, there's a lot more people than it used to be. It used to be completely abandoned and not very many people at all. And if you've seen anybody, they were local. We have a lot of people that are moving in and building these nice homes on the lake. This side here is state owned, and the other side they actually sell and let people build. But I believe it's like 100-year lease, and after that 100 years it goes back to the power company, I believe. I'm not sure if that's still the same or not, and that's just what I heard, so I don't really know that as a fact. But I love being out here. I love bringing my nephew down here and going swimming. Me and my brother used to come down here when we were kids, but it was all wild then, no trails, and we could actually drive to right here at the end of the dock. Okay, I believe that's going to be the end of this one. Ain't much to do for rocks in here. I have looked, trust me. I have not really done a good search since I've learned more about the rock situation. But it's mostly quartz of all different kinds of it's going to be on the other side. My dogs love to get in that grass, and I hear something over there hitting it. See the berries? We've got all kind of beautiful plants and flowers. Look at that right there. I don't know if y'all can see how pretty that is. It looks like it's blurry. I'm scared to touch the screen because I'm not too good at this. You can see that seed pod there. That's a vine. Don't know what it's called. If anybody wants some of it, you just let me know. I'm right by the house. I really wished I could get in on that. I can't even find it. There it is. There it comes. Well, there we go. Look how pretty that thing is. And that bean is the seed pod. So if you want one of them, you let me know and I'll come back down here and pick it up for you. Because this is the only place I've ever seen them. And of course we got the wild muscadine, which is invasive here. That is a black walnut tree, oak. And of course that big, beautiful pine tree. And that big, beautiful sun. And here, this is new. We never had signs when I was a kid. So it's telling you they're not responsible. It's saying you can't no docking or swimming on the perfect docking deck. But then it's saying they're not responsible. So that sort of tells you you just swim at your own risk, in my mind. Which I can make up my own rules real quick. Telling you. Ugh, I can't get these rocks out of the ground. I've got my stuff with me. I got my backpack on. But I don't have anything to wash or show anything like that. Another thing they got here that I love is the huckleberry bushes. When I was a kid, we'd come down and have us a bag, pick a bag full of them. Because you talk about something good. Nowadays, you buy these blueberries from the store and you can't even taste them, let alone think you're gonna do something with them. This is huckleberry right here. And that is a box spider. Used to play with those guys when I was a kid. That right there is a big huckleberry tree. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off right here. I'm glad you got to take a little hike with me. I've got several of the places I'm gonna go today, so it's probably not gonna hurt to keep it short. All right, I wish everybody well. Hope everybody's blessed. If you're having a bad time or a bad day, bad things have happened, just look on the bright side of it. You're learning lessons. Sometimes they're hard, but we all do it. I'm glad you stayed. Glad you're watching. Hope everybody has a blessed day.